Aya, Kinwalanisia Wainswa Ane, Nila Myaamia. My name is Daryl Baldwin. I'm director of the Myaamia project at Miami University. I'm also a citizen of the Miami tribe of Oklahoma. I feel there's both personal and communal reasons to keep one's heritage language in active use. From a personal perspective, I wanted my children to have more direct access to their cultural heritage, and I saw the language as the way to accomplish that. After 20 years of language in the home and raising my children in the language, I'm more convinced that that is, in fact, the best way for tribal youth to grow up feeling secure and knowledgeable about who they are as Indigenous people. The language is central to that. The language comes with a knowledge system, a perspective, an understanding that the loss of that language would seriously damage. That's my own personal perspective. I think on a wider communal level, it's important for Indigenous communities to maintain some sense of distinctiveness, and again, language is central to that. It's important for tribal communities, their governmental structures, their economic resources to help support these efforts. It has to be that way. It has to be a commitment of the community for these languages to survive, and that's true in our case. We get a tremendous amount of support from our tribal leadership and from the community at large. And if it wasn't for those two things, I don't know that we'd be where we are today. Collaboration is important. The Miami tribe of Oklahoma has a relationship with Miami University, our namesake, in Oxford, Ohio. It's through that collaboration over the last 10 years that we've been able to engage in numerous tribal-directed research, and the benefits of that research in terms of educational materials and training has been huge in helping us move our efforts farther forward. Technology begins to play a role in that we are a tribe that has experienced 2 removals, beginning in 1846 and again in the 1870s. So we have a very dispersed community. Because of that situation, we rely heavily on technology to help us reconnect and also to use as a means of the distribution or getting language and cultural information out to that dispersed community. Technology alone is not going to save our language, but the thoughtful use of technology is going to be very, very important to how we move ahead with our educational initiatives. We've also learned through our own work that we have to be thoughtful about our language and culture. And I think most minority groups are experiencing this, that because our language has fallen out of use on the political level, on the economic level, and is beginning to deteriorate at the communal level, that we have to be very thoughtful and strategic in how we're going to raise the prestige of our language to the point where you get a larger community buy-in, that tribal members who are born into this community, associated with our community, grow up learning the value of their language, seeing their language as a vital part of their contemporary lives. And that is really the challenge. Raising the prestige of the language is necessary in addressing that.